Muy buenos días, ya estamos aquí en la Miranda School TV. Hoy es viernes, día 12, y me parece a mí que esta tarde tenemos una sorpresa muy interesante para todos vosotros. Bueno, sorpresa no, ya os lo digo, es la graduación de los estudiantes de P5, en riguroso directo, esta tarde, en la Miranda School TV, a las 6. No te la pierdas. Pero vamos con el día de hoy. Vamos a empezar la mañana con un poquito de arte caribeño de la mano de los profesores de Infantil 3. Continuaremos con un cuento de la profesora de Marina Aurell que nos hablará sobre el mundo. Muy interesante. A continuación será la profesora Miss Melissa que nos seguirá hablando de los animales del mar. Este caso, Sea Turtles. ¡Wow! Las tortugas del mar. A ver qué nos explican y no sabemos de ellas. A continuación seguiremos con mi momento favorito. Mindfulness, esta vez de la mano de la profesora Ana Carolina. Daremos paso a unas posiciones de yoga de la mano de Marina para entrar de lleno en el baile del señor Ignasi, quien dará ritmo a este viernes. Pero no nos podemos ir hoy sin felicitar a 3 personas que hoy cumplen años. Sí. Mirad, por un lado tenemos a Pablo de primero. Felicidades, campeón. A continuación tenemos a Laia de Infantil 5. Felicidades, campeona. Y por último, tenemos a un chico de sexto de primaria que se llama Santiago, que hoy también cumple años. Pues felicidades a los 3. Que paséis un súper buen día. Nos vemos el fin de semana.
Let's learn about Caribbean art. Remember the Caribbean islands? They are in America on the Atlantic Ocean. There are many islands, so there are lots of artists there. Each artist has their own personal style, but they mostly use bright colors. Which one do you think represents bright colors? The palette of red, orange, yellow? Or the palette with blue, gray, purple? That's right! This palette represents bright colors. Artists from the Caribbean like to paint tropical landscapes, where you can see the beautiful beaches and the Caribbean Sea, and plants like palm trees and lots of exotic flowers, as well as tropical animals like toucans and parrots and macaws. They also like to paint tropical fruits. Here is an example by a painter called La Ringa from Cuba. He painted some mangoes. In the picture on the right, you can see lots of tropical fruits like pineapples, bananas, and avocados. When they paint people, they usually paint people with dark skin, like the people that live in the Caribbean islands. And they like to wear colorful clothes. Look at these paintings. Dark-skinned people wearing colorful clothes. They are all women wearing beautiful dresses. And they've got some colorful flowers as well. In the Caribbean islands, houses are very colorful. Look at these paintings by Kelly Willington, a painter from Jamaica. She painted a lovely pink house with a green rooftop. On the right, you can see a yellow house with green windows and a green door. And in the garden, there are lots of tropical plants. Let me introduce you to some artists that were born in the Caribbean and some of their paintings. This man is Orlando Naranjo, and he's from Cuba. Look at this portrait he painted. A beautiful girl wearing a yellow dress with flowers in her hair, and behind her you can see a mango tree. This is Louisiane Saint Florent. She is from Haiti. Look at this beautiful painting. You can see 4 people with dark skin wearing very colorful clothes. And in the background, you can see colorful plants full of leaves of different colors. Blues and yellows and reds and oranges. Don't you like this painting? I really like it. This is Oneika Russell, and she is from Jamaica. Let's see how many animals you can find in this painting. I can see many macaws. I can see some spiders. I can see some beetles. And I think I can see a toucan. Can you find it? I hope you enjoyed this little bit of Caribbean art.
El mundo. Un hombre del pueblo de Neguá, en la costa de Colombia, pudo subir al alto cielo. A la vuelta contó. Dijo que había contemplado, desde allá arriba, la vida humana, y dijo que somos un mar de fueguitos. El mundo es eso, reveló, un montón de gente, un mar de fueguitos. Cada persona brilla con luz propia entre todas las demás. No hay 2 fuegos iguales. Hay fuegos grandes y fuegos chicos y fuegos de todos los colores. Hay gente de fuego sereno que ni se entera del viento. Gente de fuego loco que llena el aire de chispas. Algunos fuegos bobos, no alumbran ni queman. Pero otros arden la vida con tantas ganas que no se puede mirarlos sin parpadear. Y quien se acerca se enciende. Con este relato, que para mí es casi un poema de Eduardo Galeano, he podido reflexionar sobre 2 conceptos que van tan unidos que para mí a veces son solo uno. Sería individuo y sociedad. No pueden existir individuos sin sus sociedades ni sociedades sin sus individuos. Es por eso que van tan vinculados uno al otro. Desde el momento en que nacemos, somos personas únicas, irrepetibles. Nuestro cerebro, nuestro cuerpo son igual que nuestra huella dactilar. Solo hay uno en el mundo. Por eso es muy importante recordar y ser conscientes del valor de esta diferencia entre todos nosotros, sin olvidar que formamos parte de un todo mucho más grande que es una comunidad. No solo la que nos ha cogido desde el nacimiento, sino incluso una más global, la de los seres humanos. ¿Por qué es tan importante el concepto de la diferencia? Sin esta diferencia no llegaríamos a una transformación, no habría cambio, no habría mejoras en nuestro mundo. Es muy importante abrazarnos a eso que nos hace diferentes, aunque también, por otro lado, seguir vinculados a eso que compartimos con el resto de seres humanos. Eduardo Galeano nos habla de diferentes tipos de fuego y dice que cada persona es o un fuego chico, o un fuego grande, o un fuego loco, o un fuego bobo. Pero yo considero que más que clasificarnos con una de estas etiquetas, es muy importante comprender que todos somos todos estos tipos de fuegos diferentes, según la situación, según el momento, según nuestro estado de ánimo. Lo que es fundamental es aprender a observar y a decidir qué tipo de fuego estamos siendo y qué tipo de fuego queremos ser. Nadie va a querer perderse una hoguera de San Juan en comunidad con sus amigos, pero a su vez nadie va a querer cocinar en esa hoguera. Vamos a preferir encender el fuego con una cerilla. Nadie va a querer calentar toda la casa con una vela, pero qué bonito es cenar a la luz de las velas o leer a la luz de la vela, incluso meditar. Es por eso que es muy importante que sepamos en cada momento qué tipo de fuego queremos transmitir a esta comunidad que somos para ayudarla y para crecer entre todos.
Hi, boys and girls. Do you see the sea turtle? Isn't he cute? Now let's discover A few fun facts about the sea turtle. Let's take a look at the right here. Do you know what this is? Yep, his head. Very good. Now, the sea turtle cannot play peekaboo and tuck his head in his shell. Only land turtles can do so. Another fun fact is that sea turtles do not have legs. They have flippers. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 flippers. Very good. Do you see the shell of the turtle? Here it is. Isn't it beautiful? Now the shell is very hard. It's not soft. It's hard because it protects the sea turtle. Now, if you look very closely, you can see that at the end of the shell, there is a tail. Okay, let's take a look at his face. Let's look at the left. Where are his eyes? 1, 2 eyes. Very good. And his nose? Right here, between the eyes. Very good. And his mouth? Here it is. Very good. Is he smiling? Is he a happy turtle? You know what makes the turtle happy? Eating crabs, shrimp, and even jellyfish. All right, boys and girls, that's it for now. I hope you had fun discovering the fun facts of the sea turtle. Bye-bye.
Hello everybody, nice to see you again in another mindfulness lesson. So for today, we're going to be talking about something called self-talk. And self-talk is what we say to ourselves in different moments of our lives, right? Okay, so to start, we're going to practice our little mindful listening exercise. And we're going to be practicing with the bell, and what we're going to do is we're going to pay attention to the sound of the bell, and the idea is for you to be focused on the sound, okay? And count how many times I ring the bell. Remember, mindfulness is helping us train our brain to be able to focus better in the present moment. Mindfulness helps us focus better so we can be better concentrated in school, in any activity we're doing. We can be focused in the here and the now. Okay? Perfect. So are you ready for the mindful listening practice? So do you remember what position do we have to have before we do the mindfulness exercise? Does anybody remember? Okay, so the position is called mindful body. And the mindful body is a body that's alert but also relaxed. So the most important thing is for you to have your back straight, your shoulders relaxed. You can roll them a little bit back and roll them a little bit to the front. Very good. And I know you all do the mindfulness body really good. So if you're sitting on a chair or in your couch, you can put your feet on the floor, your hands in your lap, spine straight, and shoulders relaxed. If you want to sit on the floor, you can sit on the floor with your legs crossed, like an Indian pose. And the most important thing is your back straight, so we can be able to focus better and our mind is able to be more focused. Okay? So we're going to close our eyes and we're going to take 3 deep breaths together. So we breathe in, out, in, out, in, out. Very good. So now we are ready to listen to the sound of the bell. Remember, we are training our mind to be able to focus on the sound and count how many times I ring the bell, okay? Breathe very slow. And if a thought comes up, it's okay. Just try to bring your mind gently back to the sound of the bell. Very good. Take one deep breath in, out, another one in, out. Very good. So now very slowly you can open your eyes. Welcome back. Very good. So, how many times did the bell ring? How many times? Maybe some of you counted 8. Yes? Good. So it was 8 times. Remember, if you counted 7 or 6 or 10, it's okay. We are practicing to help our mind be able to focus better. Sometimes we can be more focused and sometimes we're not so focused. That's why we are practicing every time, and the idea for mindfulness is to keep practicing, okay? Remember, you can practice mindful listening. You don't need a bell. You can just sit down in your room, in a quiet space, and pay attention to the sounds you have around you. It's just stopping for a little bit and paying attention to the sounds. When we pay attention to the sounds, we are able to come back to the present moment, and our mind tends to calm down from all the things we're doing in the day. Good? Perfect. Okay, so for today's subject, we're talking about self-talk. So what is self-talk? Self-talk is how we speak to ourselves. What things do we say to ourselves? It's very important we are conscious of how we are speaking to ourselves. Because if we pay attention to what we say to ourselves, we can see if we're saying nice things or if we're saying mean and ugly things to ourselves. Okay? So let's just put a little example. Let's say you are doing an activity that you have for school and you have to make a video of something, right? And you're very excited that you're going to make the video. but every time you try, you can't get it because it gets difficult and you don't know maybe what to do, and you don't like how the video turned out, so you maybe start getting a little frustrated and maybe a little mad that things are not going the way you want them to go, and that it's not right. So maybe you start speaking to yourself and saying things like, oh no, I'm not good enough, I don't know how to make videos, what is the use, why do I do this, it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, I am not good enough, I don't do this well. Okay, so sometimes we speak like that to ourselves and we say really hurtful things, right? So the idea for this exercise is for you to be able to be conscious of how are you speaking, what things are you saying to yourself. So for example, the idea for this is to change that dialogue and start speaking nicelier to ourselves. So if you're trying to do the video and it doesn't come out right as you like it, you can say stuff to yourself like, well, it's okay, I am going to keep trying because I know I can do this, because I am really good, and if I'm not so good, I know I can do my best and send this video and my teacher will like it because I'm making an effort. Okay, so you can speak that way to yourself, and I am sure it's going to help you get through whatever you want to do it better and do it with a more positive attitude. Okay, because if we say like things that don't give us so much like good feeling or good vibes, like, no, you're not good enough, the video is not gonna come out right, and you're so dumb or whatever, probably the video won't come out right. Okay, so if you say, well, I don't think this is right, I didn't like that so much, but it's okay, I can try again, and I know I'm good at this, I know I can do this because I have done a lot of videos before, and well, maybe today's not my day and I'm not so like, it's not coming out so good, but I know I can do this, right? So remember, the idea for the positive self-talk is becoming your best friend. We have to try and be our own best friend. So, how do you speak to a friend you love very much when that friend is maybe not doing so well in one thing and he's sad? So let's just make a scenario and just imagine the situation. So you're talking to a friend and your friend is sad and he's saying or she's saying like, no, I'm not good enough, I don't know how to do anything right, everything comes out wrong, I'm just so dumb. And that person is saying that about themselves. What would you say to your friend? What would you say to them? Just try to think a little bit. If you find your best friend in that situation, what would you say to him to make him feel a little better? Okay, so you can say stuff like, no, of course you can do this. You are super intelligent, I know you can do this. Everybody makes mistakes, it's okay, but I know you're going to be able to do it better, so keep trying, let's just try together, maybe I can help you out, right? So you try to cheer your friend up. You're not gonna approach your friend and say, yeah, you're right, that's not correct. You don't know how to do anything. Like, why do you even try? Right? You wouldn't never say that to your friend because you love them and you want them to feel good and feel better. So, that same way that you treat a friend you love, you are going to try to treat yourself, and you're going to try to speak to yourself as you speak to a best friend you love a lot. So, the next time you're trying something and it doesn't come out the way you like it and you get a little frustrated, or the next time you feel a little angry or a little sad, remember to speak to yourself as you were your best friend. Remember to say kind words. Remember to be nice to yourself and have a positive self-talk instead of a negative self-talk. That it's a negative self-talk is not going to help you, like it's going to make you even feel worse. So remember, you can be your own best friend, and this is really, really awesome to know, because when you are your best friend, you're always going to have somebody here with you, that it's you yourself, to make you feel better. Okay, so I know, and I invite you to try this, and this is being mindful of how we are treating ourselves. Okay, so I really, really encouraged you and invite you to try this, to try and pay attention on how you speak to yourself. And if you see that you're not saying such nice words to yourself, remember to change that talk into a more positive self-talk. And I am sure it's going to help you. Okay? Awesome. So how about we finish our mindfulness lesson with a little mindful breathing, paying attention to our breath. Remember, our breath is a really awesome tool and a really awesome superpower we all have. And when we pay attention to our breath, we can help ourselves calm down and feel better. So I'm going to invite you to try and do 1 minute of mindful breathing with me, and just pay attention to your breath, where the air goes in and out and how it goes in and out of your body. Okay? And you can put your hands in that part of your body where you feel your breath coming in and out. For example, I feel it in my chest. So I'm going to put my hands in my chest, and I'm going to pay attention how my chest goes up and down, up and down. Remember, being mindfulness is paying attention to what's happening in the present moment. So we're going to pay attention to our breath and see how that makes us feel. We close our eyes, we put our mindful bodies on. Very good. And we're going to pay attention to the air coming in and out of our body. So together we breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Breathe very slowly. Keep breathing very slowly. Pay attention on your body and how that part of your body moves. So if you have your hands on your chest, just pay attention on how your chest moves. If you have your hands on your belly, pay attention to how your belly moves. And see how paying attention to your breath makes you feel. Very good. Now you're going to slowly open your eyes and come back. So try to pay attention on how are you feeling after doing this little time of mindful breathing. The breath is so powerful, and when we breathe slow and consciously, it's so powerful, it helps us feel calmer, like almost immediately. Well, for me, it works like that. When I practice this, I really just connect with myself, and I am really able to calm down, okay? So remember, let's just like make a little summary of what we learned today. So first, mindful listening. You can practice with a bell if you have one, but if you don't, it's completely okay. You can practice mindful listening, listening to the sounds around your home. Okay? That's number one. Number two, we learned about self-talk. How do we speak to ourselves? And it's important we speak how? Positive or negative? It's important we speak positive to ourselves, with positive and kind words to ourselves. We have to try to become our own best friends. Okay? And number three, we remember mindful breathing. Mindful breathing helps us calm down and be able to center ourselves and maybe take a little break from all the day that we're doing and doing and doing. When we practice mindful breathing, we are paying attention to ourselves and taking a little break. Sometimes our mind needs a little break. You see, we just did like 1 minute, so you can try that, and I really recommend you and encourage you to try and remember do your mindful breathing, maybe at the beginning of the day, or if you have little trouble sleeping or you want to sleep better, you can practice mindful breathing at the end of the day. And remember, anytime you feel a little stressed, overwhelmed, like you have a lot of things going on, you can always take a little break and do mindful breathing. Okay? So thank you so much for being with me today. Again, I am super happy to have been with you today, and I really hope you can practice all the things we learned. Okay? So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Let's practice some yoga poses with the book Yoga Bear by Sarah Jane Heiner. Let's start doing like a lion. Widen your knees and put your hands there. Press away and roar. Let's do like a crocodile. We start in plank position and we stretch strong and long with shiny sharp teeth. And finally, let's do like a snake. Lie down and press down your hands and slowly send your chest forward and up.
Hello guys, I can't talk too loud because I'm hiding from someone, okay? That's why I have to talk like this, okay? Shh, don't say anything.
Nazi,
Yes!
what are you doing?
Nothing here in my room.
And what are you doing in your room?
I wanted to dance.
Right now?
Yes?
But have you completed all your homework?
Yes, I promise I completed all my homework.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I promise you can check my notebook.
Alright, no, I'm not gonna check because I trust you.
Yeah, please trust me. It's true.
Okay, so enjoy your time dancing. Have fun.
Thank you. Guys, I can dance. And you? Are you ready? very much for joining me one more day. I hope you to see you tomorrow again. And I'm sending you a big hug to all of you and a big kiss. Look.
Y hasta aquí el capítulo de hoy. Se despide James Reporter. Nos vemos mañana. Cuídate.